Welcome to Joy Dala Fashion Guide. I am Giware Joy Igudala, your fashion tutor. Today's video, we are going to be making a shirt sleeve with cuffs using African print. The tutorials on how to draft the pattern will be in the description box below. If today is your first time, you are welcome. Just relax and watch the video to the end, and please subscribe to my channel and help my channel grow. Alright, let's go into the video. So I'm using patterns from the previous class where I did a pattern drafting on how to sew a shirt with the complete bodice and the sleeve. So this is the sleeve, and then this is the cuff. So I just reduced the length to 9 inches because the wrist measurement of the client is 8 inches. So I've made this 9 inches. So after the same allowance on the side, then we'll now have 8 inches. And then the height of this is 3 inches. So after sewing, we'll end up at 2.5 inches. So I've used this to cut out the main fabric. We're going to be having 2 cuffs. So these are the 2 for each sleeve. And then you also need to cut a gum stay. So I have 2 gum stay cut out using the pattern as well. Then this is the main body of the sleeve. Now the length of this, I have a length of let's say 22.5. So when we are through, we are going to end with 21.5. And by the time we have the cuffs, then we have our 24 inches long sleeve. Now, after cutting out your fabric with your pattern like this, you turn it to the right side, and then you identify the left and the right side. So this is going to be for the left side, and this is going to be for the right side. Now, the opening at the cuffs area, like this, is on it like this. Notch the midpoint, then you turn it over like this, and then from the center here, you are going to measure 2.5 inches towards this way. So you mark 2.5 inches like this, and then the length of that will be 4 inches. So we are going to cut here open. So note that you lift it up like this to cut. Don't cut both of them. Lift this alone and then cut. Then you stop at the 4 inches mark. So we are going to be doing the same thing to this side, to the right side. You flip it over from the middle towards this way. You mark 2.5 inches. 2.5 inches. And you also mark the length 4 inches. And then we are going to cut here open. So don't cut both of them like this. Lift it up and cut like this, and you stop at the 4 inch mark. So we are done with this. Now we are going to be cutting a piece to tidy up this, just like we have in the regular shirt. So this is our regular shirt. So we use a facing to cover the side here, and we also cover here. So I'll cut that out now and show you. I've cut out the piece. This is 1.5 inches wide, the smaller one, while the bigger one is 3.5 inches. Is 3 inches wide. The length of the small one is 5 inches, while the length of the longer one is 6 inches. We'll trim off any excesses later. So one piece for this, or the one this for this. So for the left, this one is for the left. We'll be sewing the smaller one this way and the bigger one this way. So don't forget, this is the right side of the fabric. So just iron your piece. If your piece is rough, iron it, and then you can give this a little notch diagonally so that it will be free for you to sew like that. Okay, so you pick the smaller one. This is the wrong side, this is the right side. So you pick it like this, right side against the wrong side. You place it on it like this, and then you stitch with let's say 1/4 of an inch. So I just use pin to demonstrate that. Okay, after which you flip it to the right side like this. You fold this in, and then you fold this in twice. So I'm using 0.25, so you fold it in like this and then place it over it like this. I hope you can see what I've done. And then you stitch it down. So when you finish, it's going to be on it like this. And then for the bigger side, you extend it a bit out, let's say with 1/2 inch. So we are still going to sew from the wrong side like this, and then flip it to the right side. But this time around, you will extend it such that it will cover this one. So you are using 0.25 to sew. So after stitching like this, you flip this way, then you extend it to cover this. So you extend it out like this so that it can cover it like this. Then before you fold this in, and then stitch on top. Then you stitch on top like this. Okay, then you just fold this side in to cover here. So you extend to, you can stop like 1/2 inch. So you just mark 1/2 inch, then trim off the excess. So you make here to extend, you trim off the excess, then you fold it in like this. Okay, and then you sew across here to secure it. Okay, and then you just secure here as well, so that you can have something like this. So you secure here and then you sew over it. So that is how we are going to sew the sleeve. So you repeat same for the other side. So I'll come back to show you what it looks like after sewing the sleeve. And then for the cuff, just pick one of the piece. So you pick one of the piece and then you iron the stay on it. The gummy side, let it face the wrong side. and then so I'm going to retrim the stay so that we have a seam allowance around the fabric. So you just trim it before you iron it. Okay, so you trim 0.25, that's quarter inch round it. Like this. And then for the down part, you make sure you have half-inch seam allowance at the down part. So we'll trim this away. So this is what you should have. You have seam allowance round it. So after trimming like this, then you go ahead and iron it. Then you do same for the other curve as well. You iron it, you trim it, then iron it. So I'll come back to show you what it looks like. So after stitching the button, we're trying to create the button placard for the sleeve. So after sewing one side like this, the other one I reduce it to 2.5. To 2.5. This is 3/8. So the other one will be 7/8. So you can use your iron to fold. You press this down, and then you also press here in like this. So you can calculate it first, press it in like this, and then flip it this way. Okay, so that it can cover this one. Then you check the width. So this is okay, 7/8. So once it's okay like that, then you can now go ahead and use your iron to press it down like this. So we'll stitch like this, then this way. So we can reduce it small. I ended with 4.5, so you can make it 4.75. So it's according to your preference. Then you fold in quarter like this, so that we'll now have 4.5. Okay, so you stitch here to this side, you come this way, and then you close it here, you secure it here. So when you are through, you are going to have something like this. I'm going to have something like this. You see it? That's what you are going to have. So after that, you take the band, the band for the hand, for the sleeve, then you fold here in and press it down. Okay, you are going to sew like this, so you don't get to the end. You leave quarter before you start, so you stitch on this same allowance part. You stitch on it like this to this side. You will stop quarter before the end, and then you are going to notch the curve area around. So once you do that, you are going to have this. Then you turn it inside out, then you have this. Then you go ahead and use your iron to iron it. Then you pick this. So this is wider than this. So before you sew this in, right now we have 8 3/4 or 8 7/8, remaining 1/8 to make it 9 inches, and this is going to be 10 inches. So you place this together, and then you join the sleeve here with the measurements that you have. Five and a half. Okay, you can use 5 1/2 or you use 6. Then you pleat the excess. Okay, the wrist is 11, which is 5 1/2. So you can go ahead and stop and sew from this 5 1/2. So I'll sew and stop somewhere here because I'm going to be attaching this to the main body. I will show you how to do that. So this will be 11. So you slant it towards this way. So I'm going to make here 6 so that you can have a nice shape. So you are making here 6. So you stitch, you can stop somewhere here, and then you bring this to turn it to the right side. Like this. So you're going to have something like this. So you can create your pleats here. like this. You create the first one, then you measure to see if you have the width here. If not, then you create a second pleat. So you measure it round like this. And here is supposed to be 878. So create your plate and then measure again until you have the desired length. So I'll reduce it to the 5.5. So we use 5.5 to join it at the side. Then you flip it inside. Like this. So the pleat will be towards the side. So you pleat it twice. So our sleeve is ready. This is the final look. It's 24 inches long. This is Joydala Fashion Guide. Please subscribe to my channel, like my videos, share my videos. Next time when I come your way again, I remain G Joy. Bye for now.